The Grail Knowledge, Book 1, The Prophecy of Jesus, the Light. By Eagle Wissa. The fulfillment of the prophecy of Imanuel, and this is being accomplished with this Grail Knowledge. Others will come who will be able to write one or even several books about each one of my lectures. Grail Message, Imanuel. The Knowing Eagle. Book 1, Foreword. Jesus, who is the Light and the Lord, the Son of God, could see all the cosmic events since the beginning of the creation until the end. As the Light, not as a prophet, Jesus prophesied the coming of the Light, Imanuel, the Son of Man, the Holy Spirit on earth to all mankind without exception. He announced it in his lifetime to the Jewish people in his word, but the latter did not recognize Jesus, the Son of the living God. Thus they do not yet know of this prophecy, but they are still waiting for the Messiah announced by the prophets to the end of time. He announced it to the Christians in his word, although the latter have recognized Jesus, the Son of the living God, but they are still waiting his return to earth, and thus they have not yet understood that Jesus announced the coming of the Son of Man, Imanuel, another Son of God and a man among men on earth, and not himself. He announced it to the Muslims in his word, but the latter did not recognize Jesus, the Son of the living God, but they consider him as a mere prophet. Surah 4, 136, Surah 4, 171. Therefore, they know nothing of this prophecy. They still await the Mahdi, the Messiah of the end of time. He announced it in his word to every human being on earth who seeks the truth and the light in the darkness. God alone with his love and justice can allow that the light prophesies the coming of the light on earth, because it requires him all his power, all his strength, all his goodness, and a preparation of all his servants that goes beyond human understanding. God be thanked for it. Table of Contents, Grail Knowledge, to help you. Foreword. Chapter 1, Jesus, the Living Word. Chapter 2, the Greatest Prophecy of All Time. Chapter 3, the Greatest Intercession of All Time. Chapter 4, in the beginning hovered the Spirit of Truth, in the form of a dove. Chapter 5, the Works of the Holy Spirit. Chapter 6, the Antichrist, the Indolence of the Spirit. Chapter 7, the Servants of Christ. Chapter 8, the Disciples. Chapter 9, the Apostles. Chapter 10, Knights. Chapter 11, John Baptist. Chapter 12, the Everlasting Gospel. Chapter 13, Jesus is Lord. Chapter 14, The Mysteries of the Life of Jesus. Chapter 15, The Prophecy of Jesus Sending the Holy Spirit. Designed and produced by Eagle Wissa. For more information on the new time, on the new knowledge, on www.grailswisson.org.